Are you trying to get more traffic to your website? SEO is one of the best long-term strategies that you can do to increase your organic, which means free, consistent traffic. And though it can take a little bit of time, SEO will boost you up in the search engine rankings and get more eyes on your website. But where do you even start with SEO? I'm Torie Mathis, longtime entrepreneur, marketing agency CEO, and the lover of some good organic traffic. And today, we are talking all about SEO. There are so many things you can do to get bumped up on search engine rankings, from on-page optimization to a little bit of keyword research to building backlinks and more. And even though the magical search engine algorithms seem to change so often, there are still some tried and true proven SEO methods to help you rise even higher in the search rankings. So let's get started. Here are the top 10 SEO tips to rank higher and get more traffic. Number 1, make sure your website is secure. Most people today are concerned with the privacy and the security of the websites they visit. Security is also a crucial ranking factor in search engines, and it's a fact that a secure website will rank higher than an unsecured one, so make security a top priority for your website. You can talk with your website host or your website manager about the type of security that would be most appropriate for your website. Setting up a security certificate for your site will ensure that your content is delivered by an SSL, which is a secure socket layer. With an SSL, your site will start with an HTTPS instead of just the HTTP, and a little lock icon will show up next to your website address in most browsers. It used to be that you only needed an SSL on your site if you were doing e-commerce and taking credit cards or handling sensitive information, but these days, all websites need to be secure. Now, we love to use WP Engine for all of our client website hosting. These websites load fast, their support is crazy amazing, and all the websites you host come with an SSL certificate. You can even get 3 months of free hosting at toriemathis.com/WP Engine. I will put the link below, and you can get your site secured today. So number 2 is to use your keywords. You have to figure out what keywords you want to rank for and then incorporate these into your site content. Want to be found for tacos? Then you need to make a page for tacos using tacos as your keyword. You'll want to include your keyword at the beginning of the page. This lets search engines know what your page content is all about. You can then sprinkle the main keyword in and related keywords throughout the rest of your page content too. And I'm not saying stuff that keyword in there 50 times, but create content that will use your keyword naturally and frequently. This will tell search engines that this term is important, which will help your site rank for this term. I can't tell you how many business owners I have spoke with that wanted to rank for a specific service or a product, but then they never actually use that word on their site. Like, if you want to be found for tacos, you have to have content for tacos. Number 3, use unique titles, descriptions, and content. Now, this lets search engines know that your content is original material and that it can add more knowledge to the information that's already out there on your topic. Search engines don't want to serve up copies of the same thing to searchers, so be sure that your content is unique. Now, even if you feel like it's all been said before, there are ways that you can make your content unique. How can you take a different approach to content that's already out there? How can you show a different angle? How can you talk about your unique process or showcase your expertise? You've got to work in what makes you, to make your content unique. Number 4, optimize your title tags. You want to always include your main keyword in your title tag for your pages. And if possible, you want to put it at the beginning of the title. Now, if your page is about tacos, you want to put the word tacos right there front and center in your title. This will give priority to the keyword. Number 5, optimize all of your images. Now, you can do this by creating descriptive file names before you upload your image. So rather than having an image on your site with the basic file name from your camera, like image_123.jpg, you can rename it using your keyword like best tacos in Johns Creek.jpg. You also want to fill out the image's alt text so that search engines can understand what the images are on your website. When you upload an image, there's actually a little field for the alt text, and in there you want to put your image description with the keyword as well. So you would just type in best tacos in Johns Creek. Now, it is good to have a process for uploading your images, and this means don't just upload them straight from your camera. Rename them using your keyword, compress and resize them, and then properly fill out your alt tag for each and every image you upload. Properly optimized images on your site can boost your website ranking and have your website images show up on image searches as well. Soon, everyone is going to see those tacos of yours. Number 6, get your website to load quickly. It's essential that you make your website load as quickly as possible, especially with so many searches starting on smartphones. Your website's loading time is an important factor in ranking on search engines, so if your site won't load fast, searchers will leave never to see your content or buy from you. You can test your website speed using sites like gtmetrics.com, which will give you a detailed report about your site's loading time, but honestly, you know if your site's loading slow. So to keep search engines and visitors happy, you need to speed up your site. That means you need to compress all of your images, remove any extra code or unused plugins, and consider using a content delivery network, also known as a CDN. When you use a CDN, your site will be able to serve images and all your other media from servers that are actually closer to your audience, and that cuts down your loading time. Many web hosts actually use CDNs to deliver all of their content for customers' websites, so talk to your web host or your web manager to see if a CDN is right for your website. Another step to speed up your site, if your site is built with WordPress, is to check out plugins to help you speed up your loading time. Popular ones are WP Super Cache, W3 Total Cache, Hummingbird, and WP Optimize. There's a ton of them, so talk to your website person to see what's going to be best for you. Number 7, use internal links. The key to this strategy is to link up your main website pages so that any smaller pages can link up to the larger, more authoritative page. This will help increase the ranking of the more important pages, and it also allows your visitors to move more freely around your site, finding all the information that they need. Try to use your main keyword or a simple variation of it in all of your internal links to ensure that search engines know what the page is about. So if your main keyword is, for example, SEO for beginners, I would use this as my main page and internally link to all of the supported pages I created, like SEO tools, SEO tips, keyword research, best keyword tools, on-site SEO, off-site SEO, and then I would connect all of these internally to my main SEO for beginners page. And that's going to make that page more powerful in the eyes of search engines. So what are your main website pages, your hub pages? Are they internally linked to all of the supporting content throughout your site? This can take some time to go back and do this with some of your existing content, but it's going to be well worth it and even easier to do with any of the new pages that you create. Number 8, create amazing content. You'll want to write high quality, in-depth content that answers the questions your readers have about your topic. If you can answer a question or solve a problem in 500 words, that's okay. However, it is definitely worth noting that it is more important to be thorough with your answers. So it would be better to write considerably more, as search engines like long, in-depth content. You'll find that any of the highest ranking web pages include longer, more authoritative content. So go back through your content and see where you can beef it up. How can you be a little bit more detailed? How can you add more supporting information and data? Maybe even some images or a video. Where can you add a story, a case study, or more about how you can help your audience? And when making new content, think thorough, detailed, and in-depth from the very beginning. Number 9, build backlinks. Now, despite what you may have heard online that backlinks are dead, please note that backlinks are not. When done correctly, they are still a very important part of ranking you higher. Backlinks show search engines that your content is valuable enough for other websites to link to. It's like they're vouching for you. With this strategy, you want to obtain backlinks from other important websites in your field. Links from low quality websites that just accept advertising from anyone to any website are actually like likely to damage your search engine ranking, so you want to try to go for quality sites. Guest posting is a great way to get backlinks, so check out the video on lead generation strategies to get more customers, where I detail the guest posting strategy and a little more. Number 10, pay attention to your user experience. If you have a high bounce rate when people leave your site after a short time without visiting additional pages, or if you find your visitors are struggling to navigate your site, you're going to want to look at your user experience. It might be that visitors aren't finding the answers that they're looking for, or your site could even be broken in some way, and you can see what you could do to improve the overall experience for your visitors. It may be helpful for somebody that is unfamiliar with your site to take a look and give you some feedback. A quick quarterly review of your website is a really good idea to keep your site in good standing. You can make it better with little tweaks to better the experience, update your content, add some internal links, and even add to your existing content to go a little bit deeper, a little more in depth. This will also allow you to find any broken links, missing images, or anything else that needs to be fixed. Remember, your website is not static. It's actually a living, ever-changing asset that will get you customers, and SEO is the strategy to get you there. Following these top 10 SEO tips will allow you to rank organically higher in the search engines, and the higher your website ranks, the more traffic you'll be able to get, and the more clients and the more sales you'll be able to make.